Hello, everyone. The other day I was watching a video from a fellow wet shaver, Flash Boredom, and he was using a relatively inexpensive razor. This is the RazoRock Tech 2. And he was mentioning, that some of us may have gotten away from the basics. How can we help someone start into wet shaving? Today, I have a challenge for all you other wet shavers out there that does videos. Take one video, do one video on what you would suggest someone using or buying when they're starting wet shaving. Okay? So, for me, what I would suggest is a little bit of research. Be patient. That's the first tip that I want to give everyone. Be patient. Learn some stuff, okay? As far as purchases, you're going to probably have either a razor or some shaving cream left over, from your cartridge or, other type of shaving days. Use that up. Why not? Don't let it go to waste. As far as a razor, I would suggest something like this starting out. It's a Weishi. This one's branded under the Vanderhagen. It's a twist to open. Twist the bottom and the top opens. TTO, twist to open. That would be what I would suggest. The blades, I would suggest. Blades are subjective, very subjective. That's probably one of the most question things is the blades. I like Astra SPs. I noticed that they was on Italian Barber. You can get a 20 pack of these for like $3.50. Okay, so those are the two things that I would suggest starting out with. It'll give a decent shave. If you like it, get you a different razor. Maybe bump up to a 34C, DE89, something like that. But there's nothing wrong with the Weishi, in my opinion. Decently priced. These on Italian Barber, I think, are right now going for $8. This one, like I showed you earlier, which is a 3-piece razor, these are going for $10. This is a milder shave, which means it's not as 3-piece razor, which means it's a little gentler on your skin. Here's where everything's going to go all wonky. Your first brush, myself, I would suggest a synthetic. Okay, they have this type of brush, once again on Italian Barber, for about $10. They actually have a kit with this, an alum block, some soap, and a 5-pack of derby blades, which I don't think a derby blade goes very well in this. I think for $17. I wouldn't throw out the derby blades, but I wouldn't use them. I'd get you a pack of these. I would suggest starting out with a cream. These right now, and sorry I keep on going back to the Italian Barber. These are on sale, I think, for either $7 or $8. A cream, to me, when you're starting out, is a little bit easier to work with. And this is going to last you a while, okay? So, let's get into this. I'm going to wet down my face with some cold Cincinnati water. And the reason I want to get this shave done with is it's painting time. So the bathroom will be painted next time. This, about an almond-sized piece, I just bought a little bowl for $1.50. In the bottom of your bowl. Cap it back up. Put it away for now. Good thing about synthetic brushes. You do not have to soak them. A lot less worry. I do a little bit of shake right there, and then I go right into the bowl. Another thing that I would suggest for new wet shavers: pay attention to how your beard grows or your hair grows. My hair grows down on the face and up on the neck like that. You'll hear terms of shaving with the grain, which for me on the face is going to be this way. Shaving with the grain on my neck would be that way. Typically, I do not shave with the grain on the neck because I just can't get that very well. Across the grain would be, like if mine goes down, this way would be across the grain, or this way would be across the grain. Against the grain is if it grows down, you go the opposite way. Starting out wet shaving, I would suggest not going against the grain starting out, at least until your skin grows accustomed to it. This is what my brush looks like now. This is what I would consider dry. So I'm going to dip my brush in some water and go back to my bowl. What I'm kind of looking for is a little bit of whipped creamy, I guess what we call it, consistency. You see how I have a little peak right there? Let's see if I can get some stuff off here and really show you a little bit better. Maybe it's kind of hard to see with the white door, but that's the consistency that I look for in my first pass. Wet the face down with a little bit more water, and we're going to get into the fun part. For my first pass, I like the lather to be fairly thick to give me some cushion, some protection in between the razor blade and my baby soft skin. Okay. That's about what I'm looking for before I start shaving. That's what my brush looks like now, and we'll just set it off to the side. At this time, it's when I like to load my razor blade into my razor. Okay, so open her up. This is the second use on this Astra SP blade. You put it in like so, and you twist her down. There's a little bit of blade exposure at the very end, so you may have to watch out around your ears, around your nose, even if you do have shaving cream around your nose. Pardon me. Okay, and the reason why I load the razor at that time is it gives the lather a little bit of time to attack my whiskers. Okay, I just wet the razor. We will stretch the skin. Get it here, give it about a 30-degree angle, and go at it. I like to go down on my neck first pass. And there's no right way to do this. The only right way is the way that it works for you guys, okay? What works for me may not work for you. And vice versa. What works for you may not work for me. So remember that. But if somebody gives you a tip, I think it's worth trying. I only have about 24 hours of growth because I'm basically a daily shaver. But I've had a couple videos that I have not been happy with, so I've deleted them. That's it for the first pass. Second pass. We'll wet the face back down. And I wet my face back down pretty good for the second pass. In the second pass, I am looking for slicker, not thicker in the lather, which means with the first pass, it knocks down most of the hair growth. Okay, you're still going to feel some rough spots, but that's just life. My second pass, I do not work the lather in. I do more of a painting. Hopefully you can see the difference in between my first lather and this lather to the face. You should be able to. That's about how I like my second and third pass lathers. Here's what the brush looks like. Still plenty of lather. All right, second pass for me is always cross grain. I go ear to nose, okay? You can go nose to ear if your growth is the same as mine. Like I said, this is where you have to learn what works for yourself. You see the angle that I use here. For me, what works for me on my second passes is going up on the neck. My neck is my sensitive area. All right, once again, ear to nose for me. I know since he shaves, I think he goes nose to ear. It was also good to see JCW coming back. It's just a few of the wet shaving channels that I watch. All right, I'm going to rinse off, see how it feels. Now, for new beginner wet shavers, I would say stop, okay? And most of the times with me shaving every day, this is where I stop. So I'm going to stop because I think this shave is socially acceptable. I'm going to stop here, get cleaned up, and I'm going to come back, I promise. And we'll go to the post, what you do after the shave, okay? So hang on just a couple minutes. No, not just a couple minutes, hang on a couple seconds. It'll be probably about 10 minutes for me. Okay, I'm back for the most part. New wet shavers. Okay, what do you do with your brush when you're done? You rinse it out till all the soap is out. Give it a few flings. Get your dry towel. I usually give 25 wraps one way, approximately. Then I twist the brush 90 degrees, do the same thing. Put it up for the next time. If you have a holder, brush holder, I know I picked up a brush, synthetic brush and a holder for 13 bucks. You don't do that to the brush. Bad brush. But if you have a holder, you can hang it upside down. Synthetic brush, 10 bucks. Just let it dry out. The razor, what do you do with the razor and blade? You twist to open it, take the blade out. You put it on some paper towel. Once again, I wring that out and I will set that upside down on a counter. The blade on the paper towel, dry it off very carefully. Once you have it dried off, I put it back in the wrapper and I will put a dot for my shave. Like I said, that was the second shave. That way, next time I go to use this blade, I know it has 2 shaves on it. All right. I had rinsed my face with cold water, toweled it off, trying to get as much soap and everything off as what I can. All right. Aftershave. Once again, subjective. I have this. I like it. It's just a couple bucks at the Super Center. A little bit in your face. It is alcohol based, but you need that as an astringent. Try to close everything up. Now you need to put some moisture back in your face. Flash, look, I have some too. Once again, 2 bucks at the same place that I bought this. So less than 5 bucks, you can have both of these. And even if you don't go to wet shaving, you can still use this stuff. You might even have that stuff. A little bit in the palm. Mix it around. Feels good. This also has a decent smell to it. All right. Everybody, thank you for your time. New subscribers, old subscribers, love y'all, okay? Appreciate everybody's time. And like I said, YouTubers, next video, I challenge you to help out someone new, okay? Myself, that is not the most economical things to start out with, but my opinion, price and enjoyment, I could do that for a while. I could do that setup for a while. Actually, I usually keep this at another place with a pack of Astro blades for when I need to shave there. You know, that's how well I like that setup. Okay. Once again, thank you for your time. Be good, be nice, be kind. Don't be a pain in the butt. Baseball season, yes, is in. So Jim, it's out.